Hey man, how you doing?
Good, Joe. How are you?
Good, good. Guys, welcome back. This is our third attempt, and I think for all the fixing of technical difficulties, we are locked and loaded and ready to go, guys. So, welcome to Los Angeles Real Estate Reality, your live stream here with Darren and Joe over at Urban Hillsides Real Estate. So, welcome. We do hope to be a big help to you this week and every week about new listings, primarily in Northeast Los Angeles. We're talking about Silver Lake, Echo Park, Los Feliz, Atwater Village, Mount Washington, Highland Park, Montecito Heights, Lincoln Heights, Cypress Park, all the greats. But also, please feel free to talk about Los Angeles and other listings. We do business there as well. In other avenues. So keep that in mind. And really, we want to put the onus on you. Ask questions, ask about listings, ask about things that you're interested in. It'll really heighten the show and the stream and help others possibly. Okay? Darren, welcome, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm feeling good. Weather's great.
Yeah. You know, one thing that I'll share with all of you is my desktop. When we start looking at new listings, I've got a picture of my Tahiti trip. So I think you'd be very pleased with it. It looks good. All right. Well, let's start talking about, I guess, we talk about trends, observations, things that we're noticing in the market. Even since last week, I'm sure we've got some observations. Darren, you want to start it off?
Sure. Well, you know, we not in general, things are similar. Inventory's low. We're definitely seeing some more turnover recently. We're seeing listings coming to market, but they're getting multiple offers and they're selling fast. So still low inventory, high prices.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Again, we hate having to be the broken record here, but yeah, it's very competitive out there. So,
Sure.
You know, we were talking about a market video that we found. Before we play it, do you want to give any observations about how we look at the market and how we sort of parse this info? Try to make
Sure.
sense of it.
Well, you know, being in the business as long as we have, I think we've kind of honed in on trying to deliver thoughts and information that could affect the real estate market rather than trying to predict where the market's going. So we start by talking about low inventory, high prices, supply and demand environment with low interest rates are driving things. But we always bring up what could affect the market, you know. And there's many variables that could affect the market. You know, for last year, at least half the year, we were talking about just the volatility of the political climate being front and center because of it being a national election year. And some of those things are starting to play out a little bit, and they'll play out more in policy and adjustments there. We talk about interest rates and what the Fed's doing and the overall economy and the direction of things. And so we bring up a lot of dynamics to think about. It doesn't always mean we have answers. We can just discuss history. We can discuss predictions. But then, you know, when you cobble it all together, you have to make your own personal decision on whether it's the right time to make a move, to buy or sell. Yeah. But we want to deliver that information to you so you can make an informed decision.
Yep. It's many layers, but yes, ultimately, the final layer is you, where you are in the market, where you are in your life, and does it make sense? Well, let's go ahead and play this video. I will share my screen, and let's take a look at it. There he is. All right.
We're joined by Calvin Schnurr, the senior economist at the National Association of Real Estate Investment Trusts. Calvin, it's good to see you this morning. So as we inch closer toward a stimulus deal, what is your expectation in markets? Do you think that they will react positively to that news?
Well, we've seen that the markets are actually responding quite favorably when there's news about the stimulus. The most important thing to remember here, the economy is still quite weak. We are seeing signs of a stabilization, signs of a turnaround, and we do have hopes that later in the year the economy could strengthen when the pandemic is under control, but it's still very weak. And you look at the lessons from the great financial crisis, and what we saw was the failure to pass a second round of stimulus resulted in fiscal policy going from a boost. It added about 2/3 of a percentage point to GDP growth in 2009 to a drag. Fiscal policy, when you didn't have another round of stimulus, subtracted almost 2 percentage points from GDP growth from 2010 to 2013. So this is potentially really big impact to the economy over the next 2 to 3 years, and the stimulus package could do a lot to help it.
What's the impact on the real estate market? Obviously, that is your specialty as the senior economist at the National Association of Real Estate Investment Trust. Is there a direct impact that this could have on real estate?
Sure, there's a direct impact. And the most important things for real estate really are the fundamental economy, the types of business that take place, the type of activities that take place in commercial real estate. So, job growth, office employment, retail spending all benefit commercial real estate. And the real estate sector does tend to lag the overall economy. So we're not likely to see a bottom in real estate markets maybe till a year from now, even if the economy picks up in the second half of the year. But with a stronger economy potentially coming out after the stimulus, that's going to give more employment growth, more spending growth. These are the things that help demand for real estate. The obvious ones would be office markets. If you have people back in the office and going to work, demand there. But really extending into every part of commercial real estate, this would help the markets next year.
Okay, so what are the trends, Calvin, that you're seeing right now? Are we still seeing an exodus from some of these bigger metropolitan areas into more of the suburbs and rural areas? And how long do you think that is going to last?
Actually, the numbers are striking. I was looking at the data, looking at vacancy rates and the growth of demand in the major cities like San Francisco, especially New York, Boston, Los Angeles, and you compare that with secondary cities, Phoenix, Sacramento, Atlanta, Denver. There's a whole host of secondary cities, and you've seen office markets weak across the board, but especially in the big cities. San Francisco has had a huge rise in vacancy rates. The rents are falling. A little bit less of an impact on some of the other major cities. But then if you look at cities like Phoenix, I mentioned, Tampa, Atlanta, you're actually seeing in the apartment market, you're seeing falling vacancy rates. You're seeing rising rents. And this is suggesting you are really seeing people pick up and move as work from home loosens the tether that they have to a specific location for their job.
And of course, as some of these companies are now allowing work from home for the foreseeable future, even after we do reach herd immunity. Let's talk about the vaccines, Calvin. Once we do reach herd immunity, potentially by early fall, I think that's the most optimistic case that we see right now. What does that do to the real estate market?
A lot of people are worried about longer term effects where we never get back to normal, and history just doesn't show that that's what happens. I think that we're going to have a year next year is still going to be a transition period, but people are going to be surprised when we get into 2 years from now, 3 years from now, how much things look like they were in the past. As an economist, I was working on Wall Street on September 11th, 2001, and when that happened, people said, no one's ever going to fly again. No one's going to work in a high office tower in a big city. You know what? In 6 months, my travel schedule is back to normal. This is going to take a bit longer. It's going to take more time for people to get comfortable with the pandemic being under control. But you will see some lingering effects, like we'll see more flexibility from work from home. But we're not going to see a wholesale loss of demand for office space.
How much is the real estate market driving the overall economy? I mean, what percentage of overall GDP does the real estate market account for?
The real estate market doesn't add a whole lot to headline GDP growth, but it's important in terms of housing the activity that takes place. Most of economic activity takes place in a structure. You have entertainment, farming, things like that take place outside. But most of what we do, we need a building. We need that building to be well maintained. We need the property owners to manage it and find the tenants and keep the business going. So commercial real estate is really essential for the economy and for the investors. At NAREIT, we represent REITs. REITs own a large slice of the investment grade commercial real estate, and these are important in a lot of investor portfolios.
Calvin, does the residential real estate market look at all frothy to you?
The residential real estate market has a lot of complex issues. The biggest one is that before the pandemic, we still had a housing shortage. After the mortgage crisis, the housing crisis, 2008, 2009, we never got back to building enough homes and apartments. The reason why housing prices were high and rents were really high before the crisis was there were just scarcity. Now, there are a lot of people who are moving out because of temporary dislocations, but that doesn't negate the fact that we still have a shortage of housing. That's going to mean that housing prices are going to be firm in the future, and rents are going to come back even in those markets that are having a temporary dislocation from the pandemic.
All right. Well, as we know, people are on the move. We do see that the markets are on the move as well. The Dow currently down 0.3%.
All right. Well, there you go. A lot to unpack there.
Yeah. I love talking about this kind of stuff. It gets me fired up.
Yeah.
So, I took a few notes from that. I think the one thing we're continuing to hear, obviously we're in the middle of trying to pass a stimulus package, is the very recent history of 12 years ago now, where they passed a previous stimulus package and they have evidence that they didn't do enough. There was, one party wanted to do more at the time, the same party that wants to do more now, and to come to some compromise, they did a lesser number even then. Mm-hmm. And they didn't have a recent history to determine what that lesser number would equal in the long-term impact, but they do now. So to even discuss a lower amount seems a little off, knowing that slowed growth tremendously by not stimulating the economy enough when they should have. So that's one. He pointed out the obvious that real estate lags the economy. Right. It's always something to keep in mind. You always identify real estate trends looking back, and it's always, I wish I would have made a move then. That's a very
common
conversation, and you just can't look back. Yeah. You got to look forward, and you got to say, this is where I'm at now. Yeah. Does you no good to look back. And that feeds into, because I've been reading a lot lately about the demise of the middle class and some of the elements that affect that, and what they just keep driving home is that our Fed system, which was set up in the early part of the last century, was established to help manage a slight inflationary environment, a continual inflationary environment. And that's what they consider ideal, and most Feds are set up to do that. And what's so obvious about that general system of managing the flow of money is that those who own assets benefit the most from inflation. It has set up the whole system of money management and money regulation throughout the whole world to benefit those who own assets, because your asset gains in value with inflation, period. It's always those who don't own any assets who are chasing. And if they're sitting on cash, their money's worth less tomorrow than it is today.
Yeah. Especially right now.
Yes. So,
with
but
the
here's
stimulus and all that.
Yeah. So now what you're talking about is the future, and I think everybody's talking about it, but it's not affecting things now. And that is that, another $2 trillion to the deficit is going to create more inflation.
Yeah.
And with more inflation in the future, that means higher interest rates. It means our money is worth less. Yeah. Okay. So in the future, with more inflation, it's even more important to own an asset to help hedge against inflation. I've always said
something.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, one thing I was reading this morning is that a good number of economists, it seems, are actually very bullish on the future because of the stimulus and what they think it'll do. They even predicted maybe interest rates are going to raise a little bit earlier than we thought,
Right.
which I was surprised to hear. But
Yeah, well, I mean, in that article we just listened to, they were talking about how the economy is still sluggish. My only concern personally is if you stimulate, you're gonna at some point you got to say, I can't put any more out into the economy. There is a number that gets to be too big, so if you stimulate too early, it might keep the train rolling. But do you have enough margin? Are we going to be out of this COVID environment soon enough? Because if it drags on further,
right.
then the stimulus might not be enough even. But if we get out of it soon and we have a big impact now and like things are much more normal by June,
Yeah.
we could roll out fairly well. But I will say this, those who will benefit the most are those who own assets.
Yeah.
For sure.
There's the
As it
lesson
does. As it does in every down cycle. The same thing happened in the last down cycle. Those who own assets benefit the most. Yeah.
Well, there you go. All right.
So, yeah, awesome. And then suburb to city shift they mentioned in there. That's a continuing conversation we'll get into in another broadcast.
I mean, I know he was trying to compare 9/11, and that was its own terrible tragedy, but this is quite a bit more in terms of size and death and impact and how lifestyle and real estate will change. So it'll be exciting.
Yeah, there were moves that were made on 9/11 to secure things, but I mean, it didn't affect everyone's daily life. Not at all, like this has. Nothing's
Right.
affected our life. I mean, we're half a century old, and this is the biggest thing that's impacted us in our lifetime.
Yeah.
So, cool.
All right. Well, let me get to some legalese. Still practicing this, so guys, thanks for your patience, but I'm going to read it. Darren and Hubert and Joe Cloninger are real estate agents at Keller Williams Los Feliz under the Urban Hillsides brand. All opinions expressed by Urban Hillsides or guests on this video are solely their opinions and do not reflect the opinions of Keller Williams Los Feliz. You should not treat any opinion expressed by Urban Hillsides as a specific inducement to make a particular investment or follow a particular strategy, but only as an expression of Urban Hillsides Team's opinions. This video is for informational purposes only. Here we go.
Go.
As the dog accentuates that point. All right, well, let's dig into some listings. This week, and this is the last 7 days, we had 48 new listings. And this is particular to Northeast Los Angeles. So, again, Silver Lake, Echo Park, Atwater Village, Los Feliz, all those Northeast Los Angeles communities. So we're honing in on that. And let's dig into the first one here. Let me look up. Okay. Link. So let me go ahead and share my screen. A lot of moving parts on this, man. I'm telling you, I really gotta practice. So there it is. This is 3305 Childs Court, and this is in Silver Lake. Hit the slideshow here, and it is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,503 square feet for $1,499,000. Lot size 5,359, and then the home was built 1925, but you can see it's been modernized, updated. Really beautiful looking house. I think they made a lot of good decisions here. I'll go ahead and do the description. Located on a quiet cul-de-sac in the Merino Highlands, this bright and airy Silver Lake bungalow has been modernized into a light-soaked artist's haven. Built in 1925, this home masterfully combines the charm of the past with a clean, streamlined feel. Walking through the gate, you'll enter your own exclusive oasis, perched amongst the trees, featuring a living room with a wood-burning fireplace and treetop and mountain views, a sleek sunlit kitchen with a designated dining area, and serene, spacious bedrooms with custom-made California closets. The terraced outdoor living and dining areas, including a 12-jet hot tub, are ideal for entertaining al fresco. The artwork studio, with exposed wood beams and dual balconies, provides dramatic, unobstructed west side views with an outdoor wraparound patio. This is a lush and tranquil place to call home. Close proximity to Sunset Junction and Hyperion, located in Ivanhoe School. Check for availability. I think the only other thing here under agent remarks is offers are due Tuesday, February 23rd. That was it.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, we just point out. Obviously, we're trying to give you an agent perspective as far as how quickly you get there, availability of showings.
Yeah.
It's worth running fast if there isn't a due date, and they'll look at offers as they come in. It's always one of the first questions we ask as an agent representing you. But if there's a future due date and they make it clear they won't accept anything before then, you get on the calendar and you take a look, but there's no rush.
Yeah.
It's obviously been cleaned up in preparation for sale. It's staged. It's all white. It's got nice indoor-outdoor connection, which is always great in this side of town. And some good hillside views.
Yeah. If you're looking for a yard here, it's certainly not that, but it talks about the terraced living. It's nice and compact, and really doesn't look like a lot of upkeep on the yard, which can be nice for some. Others want the lawn and the kids out there in the front. But, this is beautiful. I love the studio as well.
Yeah.
For the views.
Yeah, a lot of work from home opportunities.
Yeah. Yeah, as I said last week, there are a lot of recurring themes here when it comes to the descriptions, and you can see they're COVID customized. So let's go ahead to the next one. Bear with me here, guys.
I want that one, Joe.
Which one? Yeah. Oh, well, let's talk about that. Yeah. So that was in Tahiti, or French Polynesia. And this is an island called Wahine. And we were 25-minute boat ride away from the main town. So it really was about getting away. And it really was getting away from it all. So you can see it was pretty tranquil. Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah. All right. Let me look up. Oh, I lost it. Let's see. Okay, the next one is, let's do this one. Tularosa, 1304 Tularosa Drive. Window. Looks like a small lot.
Yeah,
Fairly
it's a big
new.
unit though.
Yeah.
Almost 2,600 square feet.
Wow.
Built in 2020. So yeah.
Let me hit the sliding. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'll just go through some of the basics here. 1304 Tularosa Drive, Los Angeles 90026. 3-bedroom, 4-bath, and as you said, wow, 2,585 square feet. With Twiggy there. Lot size 2,587 square feet, so it's all going up. And recently built, I'm sure, 2020. Wow. And the price $1,495,000. Wow, screaming. I know you made the comment before, Darren, about different areas and what $1,495,000 will get you. You want to share that here?
Sure. It's crazy in that things have
Very
almost
technical answer.
Isn't it right? Let me break that down, Greg. various areas that it used to be clear that, West Side was more expensive than East Side, and that pockets of East Side, some were more expensive than others. Gosh, man, there are a lot of similarities in price points, and there tends to be some standouts every now and then, but they're like, sometimes there's not a lot of difference between a Silver Lake and Eagle Rock and Glass Hill Park and Los Feliz, and then every now and then there is. This is a lot of square footage for this place in Silver Lake, and for $1.5 million, I think one of the other ones we'll touch on. There's one on Echo Park Ave that is $1.35 million, and it's 1,400 square feet. Wow. And then there's a house on Hill Drive in Eagle Rock, which is an amazing street, a great neighborhood.
Arguably the best street, in Eagle Rock.
For sure. Yeah, right. And that's $1.5 million for a 1,500 square foot house on its own land. In this case, this is bigger, but it's just crazy. There really are a lot of options in different neighborhoods, and it depends on what you want. I mean, the small lot dynamic and livability is creating a new group of people living in Northeast L.A. because we didn't have that before. But the majority of new homes, that is what's being built.
Yeah.
I haven't.
People are definitely embracing density, and as you can see here, how do you design it and how do you make it livable? And that's the key. So.
Yeah.
Let me give you just a quick description here. Silver Lake's most ambitious project to date, blending harmoniously style, design, and luxury into one delectable package of 8 revolutionary residences in the beating heart of the East Side. God, they packed these so well. These new construction homes have 4 progressive floor plans with 2-car garages, private patios, and most with rooftop deck, and additionally some covered parking for guests. Each residence owns a unique designer palette filled with detailed finishes. Tantalize your senses with the abundance of luxury touches, including Bosch appliances in the chef's kitchen, quartz countertops, and backsplashes, decor switches and outlets, and even a home automation system. Smart thermostats, conduit installed for solar panels, and pre-wired 240-volt EV charging station round out the list of green amenities. Walking distance to Sunset Junction, hip eateries, boutiques, Silver Lake, and the whole cultural scene. I have no idea what that's saying. Anyway, you get the gist.
You had me at tantalizing my senses, man. I stopped there. I stopped listening.
Well written, guys. We can thank Peter Lorimer over at Corcoran Global Living for this listing, and it is the one home left here, so keep that in mind. No other agent remarks, Darren? Any other comments on this one? Yeah. Beautiful home. All right. This, let me go back here. And, okay, Murray Circle. It's very nice. Big home. Okay. Oh, I think I know where this is.
4,200 square feet. It's a big space.
Good Lord. So 1579 Murray Circle, 90026. 5 bedrooms, 5 bath, as Darren said, 4,203 square feet. Beautiful looking appliances. It's on a lot size of 5,106 and recently built again, 2020. All for the great price of $3,590,000. Wow. So as we run through these beautiful photos, stylized contemporary design meets creative Silver Lake culture in this striking new construction hideout. Walls of windows display sweeping views from the Griffith Observatory, Hollywood sign to ocean. Main entertaining level features sitting area with fireplace, oak floors, open kitchen with dual prep islands, wine refrigerator, Wolf range appliances, walk-in pantry, formal dining space, 2 guest baths, 1 bedroom suite, continue outdoors for the strategically positioned staircase or elevator to 3-car garage. Second level is comprised of 3 guest bedroom suites and primary bedroom quarters equipped with walk-in closets, dual sinks, vanity area, and a freestanding luxury soaking tub with unending views of the downtown Hollywood mountains and iconic Hollywood sign and Griffith Observatory from the entire room. Host rooftop events with a prep bar while enjoying panoramic views of Los Angeles from every angle. I get a feeling it's about the views here, Darren. Offering the absolute best of the dynamic Silver Lake experience. Wow. So no other agent remarks. Brought to you by Michael Feld and Ernie Carswell over at Douglas Elliman. Well, this is the new Silver Lake, I would say. My comment. Not a lot of $3,590,000 homes.
Yeah, it's
Used to
true. Yeah, right. You could take a 0 off the end of that on what it used to be. Right. Sure. I mean, if you're getting near this price range, usually you're looking at the lake. But it's an amazing house. The finishes are great. It's very upscale. Yep. master suite, walk-in closet with built-ins, rooftop deck, pool. It's kind of got everything you want.
I was going to say, they really seem to have thought of everything in the design and the finishes. It screams high-end. So they
very much so. So, I mean, in this case, if we're repping somebody, the one concern here is comps in the immediate neighborhood. But so you got to work with a good lender who can make it work, who can understand the comps, or have a buyer with a huge down payment or cash. But it's a beautiful space. It really is.
The other comment I wanted to make, as much as we might marvel at this price, comparing the old to now transitioning new Silver Lake, there are new buyers and there are different buyers from different areas. So in my mind, this really is kind of the bargain West Side home equivalent for a great price. If you're going to compare it to the West Side, this is a great home at a good price. Or maybe you're in New York, or maybe you're out of San Francisco, and you've got new avenues now to work and play in a different area, as that video was saying. So again,
very
it's
much
all relative.
Because areas are crossing over and prices are not as East Side, West Side. I mean, that's our easy comparison, being here for as long as we have. Yeah. They are crossing over, and this is a hell of a lot more home, situated nicely with a great view. Probably a lot more than you'd get on the West Side, and there's a work from home element, and it's a nice home. And these are the types of homes that pull up these neighborhoods, and they establish new benchmarks. Right. Something what happens in the business, and as more and more people transition into our area, and is that a home like this will sell, and another developer will see it, and they'll buy, a home a couple doors down, and then do the same thing, and try to hit the same price points, and then neighborhood prices start changing when that happens, when it starts multiplying.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next one. Let me jump out of here. So this is 2600 Kent Street. Let me open it up here. Right. So 2600 Kent Street, 90026. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,848 square feet, and it's on a 4,922 square foot lot. And looks updated for sure, but it says here 1905 was the first build on this one, and it's $1,795,000. So let me just open this up, take a look at what we got here. Okay, so let me run off this description. Stunningly redesigned Silver Lake abode, remodeled from top to bottom by the EHD Group. This remarkable home is a marriage of sustainable building with high-tech innovation. The primary entertaining spaces are bright, open, and awash in light, with new windows situated to reveal views of the Hollywood sign and Santa Monica Mountains. Utilizing a soft and organic color palette throughout, the home was thoughtfully designed with special consideration toward functionality, including an integrated smart home system, Control 4, Alexa, Ring, and Nest. The main floor features multiple gathering spaces with seamless indoor-outdoor flow, a large kitchen, powder bath, 2 bedrooms, a full bath, and den. The primary bedroom suite comprises the upper floor with room enough for a king bed, sitting area, and walk-in closet, fenced and fully gated. The outdoor spaces are ideal for gathering with friends, plus off-street parking for 2, a few easy blocks away from shops and dining in one of LA's hottest neighborhoods! Exclamation. All right, anything special here in private remarks? No, that's it. It's been on the market 7 days, brought to you by Alyssa Valentine and Kurt Wisner over at Compass. Any comments on this one, Darren?
Well, it's hard coming off the big one we just came off of.
Yeah.
This little pocket between south of Sunset, between Coronado and Benton, I'm familiar with quite well. It's a little denser. It's not flat, but the hills are not as extreme, so you don't get the big views. I'd say it's again a similar comment to the previous one. Like it's trying to move the neighborhood forward, trying to hit a new price point for this pocket. It's become very much pocket to pocket these days. It's become hyper local and trying to hit new price points. So this is there, and there's some nice finishes, some nice features. So we'll see if it does it.
Yeah, as you said, this is definitely pushing the neighborhood price wise, but it looks like they did a decent job. Looks good. It's funny when you go from looking at the photos to actually going to the house and checking it out. It can drastically change, but it's a brand new build. I'm sure it's pretty much like that. All right, so now we're going to 1705 Rotary Drive. Let me open this up. The traditional Spanish. Okay. Windy over there.
It is. It's howling.
Yeah. All right. So this is 1705 Rotary Drive in 90026. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,637 square feet of living area, 5,350 square feet of lot, and obviously updated. It was built originally 1936, and it is 1,549,000. Days on market 6 days.
So I'll say this, there are a lot. Commonly, there are a lot of artists, a lot of very. Emotion is a big part in real estate on the east side, specifically. I mean, I think it exists everywhere, but the emotion that a house brings, and I don't know that anything brings a lot more emotion than a Spanish-style house, and I'm feeling it with this space from the curb appeal for sure.
Oh yeah.
The old bricks, the tiled roofs, what look like original windows. It's just beautiful. I just want to be in that space.
Yeah. They've kept it seamless, like you said, between what existed and what needs to be updated. It meshes really nice. Yeah. Okay, let me give you the quick description. Set high above the street, this 30s character home enjoys breathtaking window and balcony views of the LA skyline, charming period details like arched entryways, hardwood floors, and beamed ceilings blend seamlessly with upgrades like a fully remodeled kitchen and baths plus a new bath, all graced with Walker Zanger tiles, windows everywhere, frame leafy views, highlighted by a show-stopping 80-pane leaded glass bay window. Where is that? In the living room. I got to see that. French doors in the step-up octagonal dining room open to a sun-dappled terracotta courtyard. Another generous patio enhances the upper level. A lower patio serves a separate room with a bath and kitchenette. An outside staircase leads up from this area to the kitchen. Meyer lemon, navel orange, satsuma kumquat, and pomegranate trees highlight the grounds. The home features new wiring throughout, new HVAC, copper plumbing, and foundation bolting. An upgraded two-car garage completes this timeless gym. And offers due. Boom, boom, boom. Thursday, 2/18 at noon. Got to go see it right now. And that is it under private remarks. I guess it says here, Darren, public remarks show 2-bedroom, den converted to 3rd bedroom, bonus guest space on the lower level. They added some additional space as well.
And for those of you that wonder about it, technically, or to be classified as a bedroom, it has to have its own closet at minimum, and not be like a through space, meaning that you have to walk through it to get to another space. And if it was just established as a den, people just don't go officially put a closet in there, so it's never officially a bedroom. It certainly acts like one.
Right. Well, beautiful. So thanks to Steve Sanders over at Compass for this listing. Good luck, Steve. Next. I guess one thing this points up, Darren, from the private remarks is, and we've gotten this with some of our newer buyers looking at things, is with the additional space, that question always arises, permitted versus unpermitted, and how to think about that. Any comments for new buyers?
Well, I'll give the typical response that we give. The Los Angeles Building and Safety Department is a reactionary entity. They do not go out and proactively try to seek unpermitted work to have it corrected. So usually it means somebody calling or triggering an inspection. And, if some internal space has been altered slightly or converted or, added plumbing, that's one thing. And often there's a reasonable solution to, if there becomes a city issue, to address it. If you've actually added external square footage, built a foundation, built a new roof, that's a little more concerning. Just be aware. Always be aware of how important is that space, and if it went away, what would that mean to you, or what would it cost to permit it if it became an issue?
Right. Yeah, I just opened it up, but you're right, Darren. There are many conversations per house when you're looking at that question.
It's a very common thing.
Yeah.
So common. And it's because of the hillsides offer a lot of unique opportunities to carve out more spaces with basements and attics, and it's very common.
Okay, so I think we're going to roll through this one pretty quick, but it's 1516 Echo Park Avenue, number 5, 90026. This is your neighborhood, Darren. It's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,434 square feet, and lot size 1,642, which means, yes, exactly that, dog. It's a small lot development, and it was built in 2021, so just hot off the presses, and it's been on the market for only 6 days. The reason why I want to get through this one pretty quick is that it only has 5 photos, so it doesn't really give you a whole lot to get through here.
It's still being built. It's not done yet. That's why.
So that's why. Okay. And I'm not even going to do the description on this one, but one thing you'll start noticing as we look at these small lots, it's kind of a recurring design theme with the garage below and then 2 levels above with a roof deck. And so you start seeing the same kind of design. Others do very well with it. Other builders don't have it quite figured out, but this looks pretty good. We wish him luck.
This is a smaller project. I think this one it's either 5 or 6 units.
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're right.
So it's a mid-block project where they put all of them to one side and they got one in the back.
Got it. Okay, so Mark Mullen, Tracy Doe, Compass, thanks for that. Good luck. Look at something interesting. I want to look at something fun. Let's find that one. Okay, so I don't want to do any more small lots. Let's see. Well, let's look at this one. So Edendale, 2204. Looks a little modern, but let's check it out.
I think it's going to be a small lot.
Is it? Lot size, 1,000 square feet. You know what? Let's move on. Tired of small lots.
Yeah.
Next is, all right, well, this looks like something interesting. 2123 Kent Street. Not a small lot. All right. Okay, so this is 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,000 square feet, and let's see, it looks nice already. 1,298,000. We'll get you this. It's 4,997 square foot lot, built in 1910. Days on market 5. Let me hit the lighting slideshow. Okay, so charm again. I'll go ahead and do a description. Welcome to Echo Park, a vibrant and bohemian neighborhood of Los Angeles, rich in history, culture, and art. 2123 Kent Street offers a rare opportunity to capture the classical and the modern with 2 separate homes. A distinguished and lovingly restored craftsman and a dynamically modern ADU designed by architectural firm Bunch Design. The elegantly dignified main house offers 1,188 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 full baths, a bonus room with backyard access, and also lovely elements from the inviting front porch. The Rumford-style fireplace, the wood details, the original windows which look out onto lush gardens of native, drought-tolerant plants, and an easy, airy, flowing layout. The ADU has 1 loft-style bedroom, 812 square feet, and a sophisticated jewel with split-level layout, sleek design, and smooth lines in the skylights, vaulted wood ceilings, and windows galore, plus a 12-foot multi-stacking door that opens the living room to the private courtyard, giving the space an inviting outdoor extension. The stairway and built-in shelves elegantly complement each other, and the full kitchen includes brand-name appliances. The stunning ADU was featured in Sunset.com and was included in LA Design Festival's ADU Home Tour. Each home has its own separate meter, tankless water heater, and private outdoor space. Walk score of 91. Wow.
So this is another one. But I've
no
opportunity to talk a little bit about ADUs, and so this is also, the other one was Kent Street. The other one was between Coronado and Benton. This is between Coronado and Alvarado. This pocket it's also a little dense. The way they've chosen to market this is what's interesting to me. You know, we thought 2,000 square foot single family, and it's not. It's 2,000
right.
total between 2 units. That's often a question. Hey Joe, the music's getting a bit loud.
Yeah. I'm going to go down. Go ahead.
Okay. So I mean, it's a good price. Interestingly, you know, with ADUs, it's technically 2 units. It's not a single family, but units aren't selling as well these days. I'm assuming they're both delivered vacant.
Yeah.
So I don't know that it said anything about that, but yeah, it's an 1,100 square foot house, not 2,000. So you know, read through the details to make sure it's a good match for you.
Yeah. Now, when it comes to ADUs, is that rentable then, Darren?
Yes. I was involved in the early phase of crafting the ADU guidelines, well over a decade ago when they started working on them. The whole purpose of ADUs is to get more infill development.
Yep.
And it's a state down regulation where local entities can put some restrictions, but the state is really setting the tone. It turned almost every single family home into a potential duplex. Yep. They're 100% rentable. They do fall under rent control. Mm-hmm. It's split because it's a newer build. The ADU itself isn't rent control, but the old house becomes rent control because it's technically viewed as 2 units. Those are conversations worth having and understanding if you're going to either build an ADU or if you're just buying one, to understand what oversight the city may have on the property.
Got it. Well, it's beautiful. Definitely more ADU than I think most would build between design and the size. I've been looking at actually ADUs for our place and looking at prefabs, just looking at budget and trying to keep it manageable on the costs. But we have a client who just finished an ADU, and she told me it was like $400,000 by the time she was done. And it's a very special ADU.
There's some real architectural elements in it, and the layout, and it's well situated. But it's that whole. We always reference this. It's that dwell on design fantasy of you're going to plop down something and it's going to cost you $100,000. It's more than that.
Yeah.
But ADU is, I'll say this, ADU is substantially cheaper and faster than building an official second unit. And there are many reasons why. So,
all right, we'll go to the next one. The 2506 Berkeley Avenue. Let's open it up. Like a big place. 4 bedroom, 4 bath, 2,772 square feet. Let's see. Okay, so look at hearing that wind. Wow. Okay, so we got the sliding or the slideshow going. Let's see. 4 bed, 4 bath, 2,772 square feet, 6,706 lot, and it was built in 2007. Days on market 6. And it is a whopping $1,599,500. So, wow. Let's get started here. 4 or 5 photos. So, come see this gorgeous newer built property in the desirable Silver Lake area with a partial downtown L.A. city lights view, newly remodeled and painted with custom designer color scheme inside and out. The living room is very warm and welcoming with high ceilings and custom railing on the stairs. Gourmet kitchen and granite countertops, custom cabinets, Viking appliances, built-in wine chiller, trash compactor, center island with sink, and much more. Additional family room with surround sound. Beautiful surrounding views outside where you can sit on your patio or under the gazebo and enjoying the stars at night and beautiful views during the day. Newly landscaped, beautiful yard for entertaining your guests. Upstairs offers grand master bedroom with a walk-in closet and beautifully upgraded bathroom with jacuzzi, bathtub. Developers, this R2 lot has potential to be split to build a second home. Buyer to verify with the city. Okay, nothing under agent remarks. Darren, any observations on this one?
It doesn't look like a recent build. It's got a few things that are just come across as dated, but wow, what a lot of space.
Right.
Vaulted ceilings. I think I saw vertical blinds in one of the bedrooms there. I hadn't seen those in a while. But it's a lot of space. Probably to try to meet the standards of the local buyers looking in these areas. We'll need some updating.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Nancy Rodriguez, out of Antelope Valley, Keller Williams. So interesting. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Oh, yeah. And those windows need to be changed out too, I guess.
Yeah, they have
Those
grids.
mullions. Yeah.
All
right.
It matches the vertical blinds.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay. Next is. All right. Wade Bernard. All right. 2-1. I'm excited to see something like this. All right. New window. All right. So 711 Bernard Street. 90012. Oh, there's a rarity at times. 2-bedroom, 1 bath, a small 770 square feet, and a lot size of 1,859. Built in 1922, on the market only 1 day, at a great price of $669,000. Let me open this up. Wow. Well, this speaks to a lot of people, I'm sure.
Sure, the price point's great.
Yeah.
It's a good condo alternative. I mean, yeah, it's a great condo alternative. It's in a dense pocket, very close to Dodger Stadium. But
yeah, and right, it's Chinatown, Echo Park. It's going towards another area. But wow, yeah, not many times you can find a condo alternative like this for that price. Imagine the price might go up. A lot of people are looking for this.
yeah, I guess the only thing I'm trying to identify quickly here, it looks like it might not have any off-street parking.
Ah, I think you're right, man.
It's just something to be aware of.
Parking type on street. Yep,
Yeah.
it is.
So that's a make or break for some people.
Yep, yep.
So for some of you, that might just save you a trip over there.
So thank you, Kendra Taylor, Keller Williams Realty West Side, and Yvonne Kajan. And I'm going to skip the description. I think we saw what we need to see. Okay. Next. Gainsborough. No. Yeah, Gainsborough. Maybe another big one. Yeah. Wow. Okay. The market. All right. So this is 4518 Gainsborough Avenue, 90027. Okay, so we've walked into Los Feliz now. And it is 4-bedroom, 6-bath, 3,330 square feet. And let's see, 9,000 square foot lot. That's what it looks like. So, oh, beautiful. As you enter through the front door, be prepared to expect the unexpected. This updated modern home featuring 4 bedrooms, 5 baths will be sure to impress and wow you. Your own private Shangri-La awaits. You will be drawn through the home to the French doors onto the large entertainer's deck, leading you to the lush terraced and landscaped backyard with private saltwater pool and spa. Features of the home include 2 master suites, each with walk-in closet and deep soaking tubs. Enjoy the charm and coziness provided from the 2 fireplaces, one that anchors the living room and the other the front master suite. The Epicurean large cook's kitchen awaits you, complete with grand center aisle and Thermidor suite of appliances, breakfast area, and wine refrigerator. God, all these descriptions start sounding the same. Good Lord. So I'm going to cut to the quick here. Nothing else in agent remarks. This is, again, almost as good as it gets for our area. A lot of thoughtful things here with additional space. And it's those fields.
Yeah, so this is an example of kind of the one on Murray Circle trying to push a price point, and this is actually almost 1,000 square feet less, but maybe $250,000 less in price. But this is a more established neighborhood in this price point.
Right. Yeah, as the lamppost just told us. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I am going to make an editorial decision here, and I want to get to some other homes that are in a different price point. Maybe we step out of our Los Feliz. Let's see. Udell Court. We sold something on Udell Court. That's kind of
We did.
interesting.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that. Udell Court. So 3850 Udell Court, Los Angeles. It's 90027, but it's right at the edge. It's in Franklin Hills. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,180 square feet. We're still up there, $1,740,000. Lot size of 5,197. Let's see, built in 2000s, I'm guessing. 1987. Days on market 6, and look at this thing. Okay, completely redone. Located in the highly desirable neighborhood of Franklin Hills. Beautifully updated 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,180 square feet. Features European oak, engineered hardwood, flooring throughout, a vaulted living room, ceiling, which includes a fireplace separate from the dining room. The kitchen has been fully renovated with custom cabinetry, brand new KitchenAid appliances, high-end finishes, stunning quartz island. From there, step into the backyard. Backyard, which is great for entertaining and provides an ample amount of privacy. And kind of the usual views, balconies, nearby retail restaurant kind of stuff. Any big comments here?
Compared to some of the other houses we've seen, the one thing I'll point out is it doesn't seem to have a lot of big windows on these newer builds.
Yeah.
They're really oversized windows, lots of big sight lines. And,
That's a good point.
While I was inside, although it's all white and bright, it seems like an inside house. You're not connecting as much to the outside space because of the scaling on the windows.
Yeah. Well, as you're saying, I mean, you saw that in the 80s, right, with windows not being very big, and you're insular.
Yep.
Yeah, very 80s. So that's from Danny Barraga, Keller Williams Realty. So good for you. Good luck. All right. I'm gonna find some. You know what I'm looking for, right? I'm looking for something that's not.
Oh, there's some good ones. So, there's some.
Yeah.
There's a few unfinished ones. You've got a small one on Museum Drive.
Okay. Want to look at that?
Sure.
All right.
Got one on Ridgeview, another Spanish.
Okay. All right. Let's look at this one. Yeah. Short trip. 424 Museum Drive.
For 24, 25.
424. Or 425, I'm sorry. Museum Drive.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. 1 bedroom, 1 bath, another condo alternative here. This is Mount Washington, 540 square feet. Small lot, relatively. Probably a lot of hillside. 3,564 square feet. And built in 1923. Let's see. Oh, just came on the market today. I'll go ahead and read. How much is it? $699,000, Darren. That's great. This beautifully remodeled bungalow is tucked into a verdant canyon, a special find in trendy Mount Washington. Originally built in 1923, the home retains period flavor alongside stylish modern updates. The deep setback and large front yard create privacy so that the nearby city seems to magically fade away. In the light-filled interior, right? I keep reading this. I'm like, oh my God. Good job, guys. In the light-filled interior, find an open kitchen, stainless appliances, hard surface flooring, and whimsical touches that include gorgeous custom tile and vaulted ceiling of natural wood. There is one bedroom, an office or guest space, and plenty of basement area to store your gear. Also offering the possibility for future use as a workshop or creative studio. Outdoor areas include terrace perches to relax and dine amidst blissful canyon views. This choice location in the coveted Mount Washington Elementary School District places you near hiking trails, the Gold Line Metro, and plenty of coffee, dining, and market options along Figueroa Street in neighboring Highland Park. Offers due 2/23 by 12 p.m. That is it. This is brought to us by Ryan Judd and Tracy Doe. So, gosh, man, what do you say about this? There's kind of a couple things to say.
Yeah, there's a reasonable amount. It is a half lot. It's 3,500 square feet, but for a condo alternative, it's sufficient. You have lots of outdoor space. The exterior trim and some of the elements are original. I don't think there's anything original inside on the house. It's kind of been hacked up inside, but for a small house, it's open, and that makes it feel as big as it can for a 540 square foot space. Yep. I want to experience taking a shower in that outdoor shower, man. I don't know if you saw that, but that shower curtain.
In a similar vein, I was thinking you got to have some really small kids too going to Mount
Yes, you do.
Washington.
No kids. No kids, man.
So, but that does help the resale value someday. So maybe you do want to mention it.
And you can build out. I mean, you look at lots like this and you wonder if you can build out. I see those rock walls and I'm like, oh yeah, those would have to be replaced for sure, and be engineered walls. But yeah, I mean, it's got a lower level that maybe you can expand into. And
well, I was going to ask, right? We've got basement space they talk about. So yeah, maybe you do add on at some point.
Sure.
Those walls made me question, is this an HPOZ zone? Because those are kind of famous, what do they call them, Riverstone walls?
Yeah, Riverstone. No HPOZ that I know of, man.
Okay. All right, next. All right, and then you saw something where? It was Ridgeview. Let me go there. Ridgeview. I don't see it.
On my list, it's right after this one. Right after museum.
So I see Jessica.
Yeah, it's good. Let's look at Jessica too.
Oh,
it's fine.
What's some affordable houses, man? Let's see, Jessica.
That term, it's got to be relative.
All right. Here we go. Button here. Okay. This is great. So this is 4564 Jessica Drive, 90065, and that's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,755 square feet on a 5,892 square foot lot. It's $1,125,000. So possibly a little bit more reasonable for more people. Days on market, 4, and built in 1956. And that's Mount Washington again. Yeah. I'll go through as much of this description as I can stand. Located in the award-winning Mount Washington Elementary School boundaries, this delightfully inviting home is perfectly tucked into the serene hills of Northeast L.A. First floor's open layout creates a seamless flow from living to dining room to the backyard. The rich hardwood floors, accented walls, and versatility of an additional den and office bedroom are a rare find. The kitchen design is crisp, clean, and timeless, and conveniently located next to the laundry room and half bath. Nearly every room effortlessly leads to the lush private oasis in the backyard, where friends and family can gather year-round. This is California living at its best. Upstairs leads to a large secluded primary suite and additional bedroom. The location is ideal, quiet, tranquil, hillside living, yet close to many amenities in Highland Park, Glassell Park, Eagle Rock, and downtown. And no deadline on offers, it looks like. And who do we have to thank for on this one? So this is Joanna Sewell, Bradley Homes over at Compass. What do you think, Darren? Any comments?
It checks a lot of boxes.
Mm-hmm.
It is a good neighborhood. It's got some architectural merit. It's got an open floor plan. It flows into the yard. The spaces seem to connect well. The backyard's got a nice flat backyard space. It's a good house.
A rarity necessarily up in the hills. You won't get that always.
Absolutely. Yeah. So I think it's a good value. I think it'll sell fast.
Yeah. I would easily see it go above $1,125,000.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Small windows in the back again. All right. What's next here? Do you see anything that?
Sure. So there was Ridgeview is good.
Oh.
There's
Is that a Spanish? I don't remember a Spanish.
It is. Yeah. There's Hill Drive. It's a great one. There's Seldner to look at in El Sereno.
Oh, let's do that. We haven't been to El Sereno. All right. Feldner. All right. Boom. You've been in El Sereno a lot lately.
Yeah. Price points, man.
Yeah. Look at this. This is not the usual El Sereno. So 4852 East Seldner Street, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 1,926 square feet, 980,000. That's different. Good. Lot size 4,533, and days on market 1, built in 2020, and we can thank Jonathan Anozi at Realty Exchange for this one. Let me roll through the description a bit. Picturesque, stunning, new 2020 modern style construction. This light-filled, spacious home features 3-bedroom and 2.5 baths, wide plank engineered floors, Anderson windows, 8-foot doors throughout, custom two-tone Italian kitchen cabinetry, Italian backsplashes, and a bookmark quartz countertop, and 9-foot island. This exceptional design was envisioned for the ultimate entertainment and gatherings. As you walk down towards the front door through a private breezeway, you enter the living room with an incredible 10-foot ceiling and open concept living. Indoor-outdoor living is achieved with 2 12-foot siding patio doors leading out to the breezeway area or out to the oversized patio deck. All bedrooms are on the lower level with sliding patio doors leading out to a shared patio deck along the back of the property. Ensuite master and his and hers walk-in closets with custom cabinetry. Wow. I haven't even looked at the photos yet, but that description is
It looks nice.
very good. Yeah.
It's modern, nice design. It's very kind of sleek. It looks low profile from the street.
Right.
Which is nice. I love the 1970s RV park next door in the first photo. It seems like, a partially transitioning neighborhood. It's funny with El Sereno, there are a lot of little micro pockets. And a lot of these communities have that because they're just like natural shift, geographic, like either main streets or, flat area transitions into hill area. There's a lot of pockets, and this is one of them. This is University Hills, a little closer to Alhambra, a little further south, but El Sereno's got a lot of little pockets that have different vibes to them.
Well, I wanted to share the map because just as you said, yeah, University Hills is this pocket. We were just down on Marnie Avenue with a client.
Sure.
But this is up the hill a bit. But yeah, right, Street View. What would we do without Street View? I think this will still hold up neighborhood-wise. Looks pretty consistent. You've got some hills. Not always the most parking, but yeah, this is a good neighborhood up here. Yeah, and you would never, at least I think most people would never think of this as El Sereno, but it is, and it's a really nice house. Okay. I wanted to ask you, Darren, in terms of El Sereno flips in the past versus now, I think this is really impressive, and definitely catering to a different buyer than before. This seems really pretty high quality. Darren? Oh, there's Darren. Oh. Oops. Well, Darren's gonna have to come back. Sorry, man. Be back with us. Let's see. Well, he will be. There he is.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. So, I don't know if you heard what I said at the end. I was already moving to the next, but compared to El Sereno flips from the past, this seems like a really high quality one. Maybe catering to a different buyer now.
Gosh, man. I've been watching this market for 20 years, man, and anybody who's watched what's happened, people were flipping in Los Feliz, and then they moved to Silver Lake, and then they moved to Echo Park, and then they moved to... They're looking for the neighborhoods that have the largest upscale potential, because once a neighborhood's established, it's harder to get in there and turn a property over. So those old neighborhoods they used to remodel in, now what they're doing is what they did on Murray Circle, or on Murray there. They're taking what may have already been a remodeled home 15 years ago, and now they're tripling the size, right? But now they're going to El Sereno, and there's opportunities in El Sereno, and there's a lot going on in El Sereno as far as development and remodeling. But most nowadays, they're adding square footage too. There are fewer homes that they're just remodeling existing space, because the remodel market is so competitive. I would just there's one home that I think it's funny we should look at on Toland in this group, and I want to look at that just to point out the fact that of these 48 homes, it looks like 40 of them are remodeled.
Yeah. That was the theme today so far. You're right.
Yeah, there are so few, and it unfortunately, and that's happening on two levels. One, it's happening by property flippers and remodelers who are out there remodeling to resell, but it also happens with agents.
Got it.
And agents help bring out the best. The higher quality agent helps put the effort in on the front end to make the house look the best it can for its seller to sell for the highest price.
Right. Well, okay, let's take a look at this one. Whoa. Okay. Here you go. Staged very nicely. Looks like somebody lives there. This is 4431 Toland Way, 90041. Sounds like Eagle Rock. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,266 square feet. It's 5,122 square foot lot, and built in 1929. Days on the market 6, and it is $799,000. So, somewhat affordable. And this was brought to us by Marciana Pasquale, and she's from Keller Williams. Not sure which one, but anyway.
Right. So who buys this property? That's interesting, right? So it's not. Look, it's not up to par by many of today's standards.
Yeah.
The furniture is a huge distraction. This is a property that $10,000 will go a long way to get it a much better price.
Yep.
But they didn't do that. So, when we go out and show buyers something like this, we really have to try to get in their heads and show them what it could be at a reasonable price, because it's certainly not showing the best it can show.
Right.
So it could be an opportunity. Maybe there are just enough buyers who can't see through it, but it doesn't seem like it's that discounted. That's what often shocks me for the condition and how it's being presented.
Yeah. Well, you see that new modern apartment
Yes.
in the back there. There are definitely some shortcomings here, but how do you find the opportunity? Does the client react to it well enough? And can you give them some ideas, some options that make sense for them? Not just cramming a house down their throats, but does it work for them? And does the budget make sense? Because as you're saying, obviously after you take out the furniture and you walk in there and see empty rooms, what paint's going to make that better? What are the small things that really make big impact to make it your home? Is what we normally do with a house like this.
It takes some real effort on a house like this. I mean, you start with the exterior color and the lack of landscaping and the choice of finishes and light fixtures and curtains. And it's just, and we can see it because we do it all the time. And, that's, again, and I talked about what we do for sellers, but then that's something we do for buyers to try to find that value in a property like this.
Yep. I mean, one of the things, because it's a recurring theme today, and it seems always, is there's no garage, there's no extra space unless you build out from the footprint that's there. But, it's a good starter home if you're willing to gut it out and spend a little money afterwards to make it yours. Yeah. Okay. You mentioned Ridgeview. Let's see.
Yep.
Ridgeview. Is it shiny and new Ridgeview or no?
No, it's Spanish.
Okay. Any more shiny and news? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh. It's got that character. So this is 2120 Ridgeview Avenue, 90041. That's Eagle Rock. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,036 square feet, and it's $1,395,000. Huge lot in our world, 10,274 square foot lot, and built originally 1931, and days on market 5. Let me go through a little bit of it. Bright and airy Spanish gem in the heart of Eagle Rock, centrally located, 2-story, 3-bed, 2-bath. Checks off all the boxes. In these times where flexible space, outdoor areas, and privacy are not just a daydream, this home has plenty of the sought-after must-haves. Entering into the light-filled living room and be greeted by high ceilings, wide archways, and oversized picture windows, boasting a dark wood built-in library, and a cozy, there it is, fireplace. The living room is just the first of many areas to relax or begin a night of entertaining. The kitchen is a true chef's delight, featuring stainless steel appliances, a double range oven, ample cabinet space, and a breakfast nook. It is cozy enough for a mellow Sunday brunch and spacious enough to cook a feast. Quietly nestled in the second floor, is the primary and second bedroom, both overlooking the multitude of outdoor expansive areas. The abundant third bedroom downstairs offers an additional annex with large French doors opening into the oasis retreat that is the backyard. Tall trees, luscious greenery, and a stone walkway leading to sunset gazing gazebo fill this extensive 10,000 square foot lot. Glistening pool, hot jacuzzi, sure to impress. Public records show 2-bedroom bonus room with storage has continuously been used as a 3rd bedroom.
Gosh,
So,
man. I mean,
that's a lot.
it's a fantastic house.
Yeah.
This is a great value. And what I'm surprised at is the last sentence talks about a pool. And if you scroll through all those pictures, the pool
see
is
it?
Awesome.
Where is it? I didn't.
It's a commanding pool.
Oh, it's over there. I see.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
And it has a 3-car garage, which could easily be a
that's nice.
detached workspace. It's got a lot going on. And the neighborhood's fantastic. The schools are great.
Darren,
Eagle
you
Rock.
should get it.
It's a great house at a very good price.
Yeah. Well, you can already tell just looking at the agent remarks. Showing times are booked up through Sunday, February 21st. We are working to make more times available. So offers are due February 22nd, 3 p.m. So
And they're booked.
Okay.
They're booked through the 21st.
right there at the end, you can maybe get in. Yeah.
Gosh,
Brian Corville from Compass brought this to us. So great
Yeah.
listing. Great listing.
it's very underpriced. This could easily. This is one of those, and this is where it's really hard. You know, if you have a buyer searching at this price point, if they're $1.5 million, I'm going, man, I don't know if you should go see this. I think this is going to sell at 300,000 over list at least.
It could easily.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's do 2 more, and we'll close out. Let's see what else. Okay. Let's see. We've been in El Sereno a little bit. Do you want to see something we've looked at? Norel, maybe, or
Sure.
yeah. Let's take a look at Norel. Right. And
Yeah. Then after that, we can go to Sumner. I just want to go to that pocket.
yeah. Okay. All right. Well, let's check this out. So, all right, small pictures, but we'll survive. 4601 Norrell Street, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,123 square feet. It's on an 8,085 square foot lot, and it was built, I think, 41. Okay, and it has been on the market 4 days. 799,000 list price, and this is brought to us by Elizabeth Martinez over at Compass Highland Park. So let's get right to it, Darren. I'm getting tired of going through descriptions. Do you want to just talk about it?
Sure. I'll start by saying they have no intention of taking $799.
Okay.
But it's
Indicating there.
it's a nice space. You know, the house is and it's a combination of everything. It's not a huge house. The finishes aren't over the top amazing, but they're really nice and done well enough, and you could live there in it. And the living room has a nice view and a walkout patio over the garage.
Yep.
So you're connected to the front with views. The views are beautiful.
Yeah.
Looking out the front, it feels really serene. You feel, it really connects you to outside. And then the backyard connects to an open park space. You're looking up a big giant green hill.
Yep.
And it just feels expansive. It's lots of opportunities. There are some issues with the house that we're aware of personally, some water damage, some, I would venture to say, some like unpermitted work that sometimes unpermitted work isn't done so well. That's one of the things you look at. But it will sell. It will sell for sure at a good price because it's a great
Overall,
space. And the neighborhood is awesome.
Yeah, I was going to say this is Hillside Village, I think is what it's called.
Correct.
Again, another great pocket like University Hills to look at. There's still things to, as you said, improve on this property, but in terms of a great start, you see the tiling, you see some upgrades. It's a great home to start with.
It's a property worth investing in because of the views and the yard and the neighborhood.
Yeah. Yeah, I was looking at the top view, looking down on it. Even the yard is interesting. That you've got that side yard that's got some real space to it, and you're in a cul-de-sac, so you're not getting a lot of traffic going through there, which is nice. I'm sure you'll get to know your neighbors there. Okay, so that's a good one. Let me go to, what did you want to look at? What was it called?
Sumner.
Sumner. Okay. Sumner. Here's Sumner. Oh, there it is. Okay. So it looks like it started in 2020. Interesting. That's interesting.
I see a list date of 2/9/21.
Huh. All right. Boom. There it is. All right. So 5243 Sumner Avenue. This is 90041. Vintage. Vintage, when was it built? 1924. And it's a 5-bedroom. Wow. 4-bath. 2,522 square feet with a great price of $875,000. 6,573 square feet is the lot. And let's see. Days on market 7. Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out here. I'm looking at the photos. It's very hodgepodgey.
Yeah, let me do the description, and then we can get through the pictures at least one more time. Spectacular opportunity for this large Spanish above Colorado Boulevard in the heart of vibrant Eagle Rock. The 3-bedroom, 2-bath main house was expanded to include an attached yet separate 2-bedroom, 1-bath plus studio with its own separate entry, providing endless possibilities. Featuring a large front porch, enter the living room with fireplace filled with warmth and light, which flows seamlessly to the dining area, all with original hardwood floors throughout. Huge kitchen, your large laundry area with abundant storage. Secondary kitchen provides your perfect opportunity to dine and gather with friends and family. Down a separate hallway, find 2 additional bedrooms and baths, and with its own entrance is a studio with kitchenette. Wow. Convenient to freeways, downtown LA, the Valley in Pasadena, Eagle Rock Elementary. Perfect opportunity for anyone looking to live just blocks from all the action. Offers due February 16th, 5 p.m. Oh, it's February 16th.
Yeah, they're doing an hour and a half.
Oh, gosh. All right. Well,
So, and this is like the other one that we looked at, where they've listed it as a single family, because I wanted to see this 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 2,500 square foot house.
yeah.
And it's not.
Yeah.
It's a 3-2 and a 2-1. It's basically 2 and that makes sense on what I was identifying as the hodgepodge, meaning that I'm like, how are these spaces all connecting? Well, they were 2 different spaces. So, this is a fixer. Or I mean, what a great neighborhood. You're close to freeways, so it's a little busy, but it's a great location at a great price, even though it needs some work. It's a lot of house, and you can get good rental income. So anybody who wants to buy and have a rental, it's not, a hillside home that's falling down the hill, which is, a couple $100,000 worth of work, but it's manageable. It looks like to me, if you're willing to work through it in time, or you've got the money to put into it. It doesn't look like it's in bad condition. You just want to do improvements.
Right. I mean, do you think this is a flip opportunity for an investor, or there's not enough margin there, right? It's just.
Well, here's the interesting, and we've mentioned this to a few people, where the flip opportunity is right here, in my opinion, is making it a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, or even 4-bedroom, 4-bath, 2,500 square foot house, because the neighborhood will command a higher price for a large house, but for units, it's got its limit.
Right. Wow.
So let's get on the phone and call everyone in the next 15 minutes, Jeff.
All right. Well, we're done with that. I'm going to stop sharing, and there we are. Darren, once again, we're going to look at the tape. It wasn't perfect. I already know some things that I need to improve on, and I will get to that in terms of the show. But Guys, I hope you learned something from this. Again, the purpose of us going through these listings is really about seeing it through a real estate agent's eyes, how we think about things, how we look at things, how we identify opportunities, and maybe also when we think, we need to walk away from this. It doesn't make sense. So thanks for joining us. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and hit the like button. We'll remind you later on for the next one, Los Angeles Real Estate Reality. And then if you're on YouTube, smash that subscribe button, and we'll be there for you next week. Aiming for Monday, 2 o'clock. All right, guys, take care. Bye now.
Bye.